In the last video, we talked about stress as a root cause of illness. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think stress is just one thing. Something you feel when life gets too busy, something that comes and goes. But stress shows up in different forms. And if you don't recognize the type of stress you're dealing with, you can't address it, because not all stress comes from the same place. There are 3 primary types of stress that affect your health: physical stress, mental stress, and emotional stress. And for many people, there's also a deeper layer running underneath all of them. Let's start with physical stress. This is the most obvious type. It comes from what you do to your body or what you don't do. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition, dehydration, overexertion, exposure to toxins, overconsumption of food or alcohol. Even something as simple as pushing your body too hard without giving it time to recover. All of these place a load on the body, and your body can handle stress for a period of time. But when it becomes constant, your body stops adapting and starts breaking down. You might notice fatigue that doesn't go away, digestive issues, pain in your joints or muscles, brain fog, low energy. These aren't random. They're signals that your body is under strain. Now let's look at mental stress. This one is often less obvious, but just as powerful. Mental stress comes from your thoughts. Overthinking, constant worry, trying to predict outcomes, perfectionism, putting pressure on yourself to get everything right. This type of stress doesn't require anything to actually be wrong. It's created internally, and your body responds to those thoughts as if they are real threats. So even when you're sitting still, even when nothing is happening around you, your body can still be in a stress response. Heart rate elevated, muscles slightly tense, shallow breathing. Inside, your system is still on alert, still scanning, still preparing for something that isn't actually there. And when that becomes your baseline, your body doesn't return to balance. It stays in a low-grade state of stress all day, every day. Then there's emotional stress. This is where things go deeper. Emotional stress comes from experiences that haven't been fully processed. Grief, loss, anger, fear, resentment, relationship conflict, and unresolved traumas. Most people don't process these fully because they've never been taught how. They move on. They push through. They distract themselves. But the body doesn't forget. Those emotional experiences get stored, and when they're not addressed, they continue to activate the stress response in the body again and again, even years later. This is why someone can feel triggered by something small and have a reaction that feels much bigger than the situation. Because it's not just about the moment, it's about what's still unresolved. And then there's the layer most people never recognize: self-imposed stress. This is where a significant amount of stress comes from. Perceived threats, worrying about things that haven't happened, creating pressure where there doesn't need to be pressure, constant self-criticism and low self-worth, overcommitting and not giving yourself space to recover, even constant exposure to negative information, news, media, and social content can keep your body in a heightened state. It's not real, but your body doesn't know the difference, so it responds as if it is. Your system is always taking in information, and it responds accordingly. The important thing to understand is this: your body does not distinguish between a real threat and a perceived one. If your mind believes something is a problem, your body reacts as if it is. You've experienced this before. Watching an intense movie, your heart races, your body tenses, you feel fear or emotion, even though you know it's not real. That's how powerful this response is. Your body reacts anyway, even though you know it isn't real. And when the body stays in that state, it shifts out of healing mode and into survival mode. Energy is redirected away from repair. The immune system becomes less effective. Digestion slows down. Recovery is delayed because from the body's perspective, healing is not the priority. Survival is. And this is where a major gap exists in how illness is treated. These types of stress are often overlooked by the medical community. The focus is usually on symptoms, what you're feeling, what's showing up in the body, and then medication is prescribed to relieve those symptoms. But if the underlying stress isn't identified and it isn't resolved, the problem doesn't go away. It just gets managed. This is why so many people feel temporary relief, but the issue keeps coming back because the root cause hasn't changed. So when you look at all of this together, you start to see why people struggle to heal. Because the stress isn't just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, and often it's being created or reinforced on a daily basis. So the question becomes, what type of stress is affecting you the most right now? Is it physical? Is it something you're doing to your body or not doing? Is it mental? Are your thoughts keeping you in a constant state of pressure? Is it emotional? Is there something unresolved that's still affecting you? Or is it self-imposed? Something you're creating through patterns, habits, or perception? Because once you can identify the source, you can start to change it. And that's where real healing begins. In the next video, we're going to go deeper into one of the most overlooked drivers of stress, the patterns and conditioning that shape how you respond to life. So be sure to like and subscribe, because until those patterns change, the stress continues and healing can't happen. If you want to go deeper into this work, I break it down step by step in my book and companion workbook, Why You're Sick and How to Get Well. And if your stress has become unmanageable, there's help. You can request a complimentary discovery session where we'll look at what may be driving this for you and what to do next.